Welcome to Session 7, Balancing the Sun and the Shade of Emotions. Emotions can be so powerful. They are the fuel that empowers our passions, our excitement, our fun, our joy, pleasure. That's the bright side. The dark side of our emotions often is when we feel angry, irritable, anxious, fearful, bitter. The list can go on and on. But the idea is that we all are emotional beings. In fact, emotions are a gift to us. So often we can judge our emotions thinking that the bright side emotions, the happy emotions, are good and the dark side emotions are bad. I don't think that is at all the case. I think that our emotional mind is a gift to us from God. And I think that is in line with Scripture, that God gives us our emotions. And instead of judging them as good or bad, it is much more helpful to just judge them that they are, or just acknowledge that they are. They are there. They are like signals to us about how we are doing. Our emotions don't come out of nowhere. They come out of how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. So they are signals to us about how we are perceiving ourselves and the world around us, how we are doing. It is very important to not judge our emotions, but rather to respect them and listen to them. I love the analogy of thinking about your emotional mind as really your horse. If you think about it, our emotional mind reacts very much like an animal, like a horse, in the sense that it's very reactive. And it is about helping us to survive, helping us to get through this life. But then God created a whole nother layer called our cerebral cortex that empowers us to be able to think logically, reasonably, effectively. We call it often our executive part of our brain. And I like to think of that as our rider, the rider of our horse, that can acknowledge the emotion, but then rein it in. I always like to say to my clients, if we just let the horse take off, we're just going to end up right back at the barn, right? But if we are a rider and we know we need to get to a certain destination, then we need to rein in that horse and direct it to where it needs to go. Because our emotions are not the really smart part of us, but they do signal to us how we are doing. And it is our rider then who can be reining in that horse. And it's so important to think about how you are as a rider with your own emotions. Are you a rider that's harsh, that's judgmental about your emotions? If so, you're in good company. I tend to be that way too at times. But I'm learning that no, a good rider is someone who is accepting and values the horse. Someone who calms the horse down. Someone who then lovingly redirects. And the good news too for us as Christians is that we have an amazing ultimate horse whisperer. In Psalm 23, we refer to God as our good shepherd, who is with us, guiding us, helping us as riders and horses to journey with Him in this life, to manage our emotional mind. The skills of chapters 5, 6, and now 7 will help you to continue to have more and more tools as riders to rein in, to calm, to participate with your horse in a positive, productive way, continually praying with our Master Gardener as you go along this journey.